We, of course, we know the end goal is ending #1 in the world this year. So this is every game for us right now. Is a knockout game. So and we know how big the points will be for us if we get through this game. So yeah, we're going with that mindset, and we're looking forward to the game. It's been very chill, day, coach, this week. It hasn't been I think if we're at home, it would be a little bit different. I think the I would feel, but I do feel in the team. But for me, the most important thing is what we do as a team tomorrow. And I think after that's what we always say. Like the team comes before the individuals, and it's the same as today. It doesn't matter the milestone. If the team does well, then the milestone will be special anyway. So all we want to do tomorrow is do our best to give ourselves the best chance to win. So yeah, it's been like that this week. It's been very calm. I'm fortunate to have my kids here and some of the people that have been supporting me over the years. So it's been really special in that way. No, ndiyavuya kakhulu andizoxoxela inhliziyo yami to ithatha ntweni ithatha emafutheni futhi yeah because uyayazi like sikhulele phi and actually xa uthetha umcoach usithi endibukele ngondikhula like ndikhule ndikhule ndiyi-water boy for iBombers yena edlala ngelaa xesha i-Rose yayishushu ngelaa xesha but ba-weak ngoku siyabatya but asikho kuloo nto and uphuma like phantsi kababa oBhutsoli ndandimbukela edlala eloyise ngoku ndandimncinci coach Stick oMarhetsi abantu endibaziyo endikhule ngaphantsi kwabo mna oBhujongi ngomnye ubhuti ofana nam abona uphuma phaa ubukela bona and then nam ndizodlala u-first team ndidlala noBhutsoli kandisemncinci ndadlala naye ngonsesesikolweni uzobeka kule ndawo manintsi amaqhawe amaphume phambi kwam andivulela indlela bekule ndawo ndikuyo and ndiyavuya ndilithathile ithuba lam and ndiyavuya ndihle lapha nocoach C because indlela yakhe ayifani yam eyakhe uhambe straight from isikolo saselokishini eyam ndifumene uncedo apha endleleni but siphinde sadibana sobabini after ndibona naye eStellenbosch coach C wandibonisa indlela and now namhlanje silapha and nasuke kude yeke into eseStellenbosch so yeah ndiyavuya kakhulu bhuti and into ebalulekileyo thina sithila nocoach Stick thina into sasithanda irugby elokishini benibukela ivideo apho bifakwe ngu-Adnan iteam yakhe irugby ibaluleke kakhulu kuthi kakhulu because isinceda kwiinto ezininzi and isiyasiphephisa kwiinto ezininzi ezenzekayo elokishini and ndiyavuya ndadlala irugby ndimncinci ndavuya ndabona ngumawawa oselula abandikhowutsha noBrastone yavuya ngeBombers le nto ikhona because itshintshe ubomi bam ngendlela eninzi and yatshintsha nobomi wabanye abantu nelokishini nale ndivela kuyo.
Ndiyamvuyela kakhulu uGciya and eyona nto ispecial ngale game yes sisarepresent i-country yethu so mele uMzantsi Afrika siyayazi uba iqela leFrance nabo bazawufuna ulungisa izinto apho zazimoshakele khona kubo ngo-2023 but eyona nto ibalulekileyo ukuthi make sure uba sirepresent abalandeli bethu baseMzantsi Afrika kakuhle ngomso tomorrow basifumane i-opportunity. Ndiyamvuyela uSiya 100 test match yakhe eyona nto ndiyithandayo ngaye ndiyamkhumbula first game yakhe dlala neScotland eMbombela yindlela ijeni yakhe ibe iyo bingekho smooth abantu abaninzi bayamkhumbula kaloku elaa xesha wayethanda uba ngu-water boy okanye ahlale ezitendini yabona but ukwazile noko uba athi work hard athi make sure noba kunzima le nto bethetha ngayo uba akarepresenti only yena urepresenta also abantu basezwide urepresenta umntana omnyama waselokishini so to be able uSiya ke azofika kwimidlalo emi-100 ndiyamvuyela kakhulu uqwashu and ndimnqwenelela impumelelo nangomso. Yeah, Mike, listen, he's a world-class player, you know, and I know they've missed him in 2023 when they played the World Cup, you know. And then, but if you look at the players around him, Ramos at the back, world-class fullback, more especially with those wings that are very, very quick. Damien Pinot and Bill Biarre, those guys are very, very dangerous players, you know. So if you give them time and space, they will punish you. And we know the nature of the French team, how they play. You know, they will try to keep the ball in play. They will try to play the high-tempo game, you know. And for us, we understand very well that for us to win against them, we'll probably be at our best. You know, I always say to people, when I go back to 2023, the quarterfinals we played against them, if we went our best, if we went at our best that day, you know, against France, they could have probably gave us 40 points, you know, but because of the way we also pitch up in that game, we knew that it was going to be tough, more especially playing in front of their home crowd. I think we expect the same tomorrow also. It's going to be a tough one, but I think we've got the right squad to be able to handle this game. If you look at our backline also, the one from 2023, the only difference now is Sasha starting at 10, which is Mani started in the quarterfinal. The rest of the players is the players that have played against France. So, yeah, it's going to be a tough one. But again, I think we'll keep on doing our best to make sure that we keep our people proud at home. And we know probably 90% of the South Africans will be focusing in this game, and we will do it for our people in South Africa. We'll make sure that we perform. I know it's going to be late for them, but again, we're just going to make sure that we do our best to keep them proud.
I can't tell you that now. I don't know. I think that's, but I do know. Like, I'm how I feel. I'm very proud, and I'm honored, and I'm actually grateful and thankful to everybody who's played a part in my life, because I think without my community, first of all, they say like ukuliswa ilali, and I've been helped by so many people and so many different people from different walks of life. But I think the foundation of who I am is definitely from Sweden, the people of Sweden. Not just Sweden, actually, Lokshini in general, because iyafana New Bright, iyafana KwaZakhele, or whatever, you know, and we all grew up the same. And I think if the people there didn't parent me like they were my parents, when I made mistakes, when I was doing stupid stuff, you know, they take you, they give you a quick smack, and they take it to your house, and you get another smack for whatever you do. And I think for the teachers who believed in me at school, Mr. Erickson Wikumawawa, he played a huge role in my rugby career. He used to drive me. I didn't have a car, couldn't afford transport. Mr. Eric would drive me to the trials and everything, and then took me to Grey. And then Mr. Andrew Haidakis after that took over when I got to Grey. And obviously Vincent May, you paid for my whole schooling, who's actually here. He came from America for this game. And there's so many other people that I've met, I probably haven't mentioned, but my grandmother too is not with us anymore, who I would have loved to be here and experience this with me. And so... But also in the rugby environment, Coach Rassi has been immense. He gave me my first contract on Freaky, helped me get through that as well. So, and this team has just, and Coach Hanika also, I want to mention, who gave me my first opportunity, my first game. Coach Alistair also backed me, gave me my first start. And and Jack, of course, who I played under. Everybody who's played a role, and all my club coaches as well. Everybody has played a huge role to the person that I am, and I've taken lessons from everybody. And there's a lot of coaches who could have chased me away, including Coach Rassi, but stuck with me and just advised me and kept on backing me. And finally, I did learn my lessons, and I just put my head down and started working. And I'm grateful, and to all my teammates from childhood to where I am today, I am super, super, super grateful. And I carry all these people with me when I go and play, with all the South Africans who expect so much for this team because they've seen what we are capable of. And I take that with me, with this team, but I'm not doing it alone. I'm doing with 22 or 40 or 50 other people in the squad, including the coaching staff as well. So, yeah, it's a huge honor just to wear the green and gold jersey. That's what I've always said for me. Captaincy or anything like that. It's just to put on the green and gold jersey. It's less than 1,000 Springboks if you think about it. So it's a huge honor. Not many people get to do this, but to wear it 100 times is also like super special. Well, this one has got different. There's different things behind it, but for us, it's a test match that we need to win, so we can keep on being world number one, and so we can. So we can obviously get a great pool for the World Cup. And we've seen what's been said in the media. Everybody needs something to a purpose, something to drive about. You know, our purpose is constant. It doesn't change for every game. Our purpose has always been to be, obviously, to win, but also for the people of South Africa, which is the most important, to represent our people, represent our country, play for each other, and also to win for Coach Russ to have a team that's transforming the whole time and also create squash there. So that hasn't changed for us, but we've seen obviously what's been coming from the other camp, the hurt and everything like that. But at the end of the day, it's all gonna matter what happens on those 4 lines. And the game is always big and it's always important with the French because big packs, teams that are focused on set piece, if your scrum and your line out is dominant, that's important, and they've got amazing backs, so do we. So it's very similar teams. Passionate people who love their rugby, people who love their meat too, like South African love their feet. So there's so many similarities between the 2 countries, and I think that's where it dials down to. And I think the physicality is going to be needed. It's going to be important in tomorrow's game, and just winning the game line, the breakdown, and all that kind of stuff, I think will determine who wins the game or not, and obviously the ones who takes the opportunity. It's special. For so many reasons. And I think the clip that I spoke about earlier from your club, we saw that clip of what club rugby does for the kids in community. And to watch the kids at your club and see what it means to them. And it's 2025 now. And when I was younger, I was saying the same message. I was saying the same thing. I mean, guys like Chezen who come from the same backgrounds. Rugby is more than just a sport to us. And I know people will say that, everybody says that. No, it saved us for so many things. There's so many things that we're exposed to that we're not supposed to be exposed to as children. And to see that clip and see that till this day even, that kids are going through that. And I feel, I'm here and I got given the platform, and it's our duty to make sure that we create a better tomorrow for those kids, to make sure that it's safer, but they also have opportunities. They've got a choice, they've got an option, and that's what rugby has done for me. And it's not just the trophies and everything. The trophies allow us to be able to have a platform for people that want to work with us so we can give back to our community. So that's why this is not just about me, this game. It's about all those kids that are there in your club who are so grateful, and their parents, how grateful they are. They know for that 80 minutes that your kids are playing that they're safe. So I want to say thank you to you for sharing and telling the stories of club rugby, and everybody else here who've shared all our stories. You don't know how much, our stories touch so many other people. It makes them know that it is okay, it is okay, and they can still make it because they get to hear about us who've been through exactly the same thing as them. And that's what we sit and talk about before we play a game. That's what Coach Rassi speaks about, more than just winning a game or if we lost the game. And that's not our drive. Our drive is far more than that, and it's all different for everybody. So yeah, that's why for me it's just not special. It's not about me. It's just not about the team, but also everybody else who can never wear this jersey but still play the sport or any sport for that instance, and it helps them for more than just 80 minutes, but it saves a lot of people from many things that can take their lives away.
With all the games that we've played here, I think I've been involved in 4 games, and France has always been good to South Africans. I remember very well, I think it was after 2018 when we won the game. I think it was the 85th minute when we drove past the Eiffel Tower at that time, at a South African flag on it. So that was something very, very special for us. And I know one thing for sure, when we're between the 4 lines, the French, they also want to play for their people, and it's always emotional. And, the supporters also are nice and loud, but one thing that I enjoy is that when the game is finished, it's in the good spirit, in the sense of we all celebrate each other's achievements, So I know it's going to be hostile tomorrow. It's going to be rough. But otherwise, France has always been good to us.
I've known Gail for a very long time, and we've got a strong bond, and we've grown from friendships to teammates to brothers, and we're very close. I always support everything he does, even though that I left racing, but that didn't change anything in our friendship. But we're also very competitive. We know that, tomorrow when we play, we're both playing for our countries. We put the friendship aside for 80 minutes, and we go hard against each other. And then after, we go back into the friendship that we have.
To battle of two captains.
Yeah, it's the first time I actually captain with Gail. So yeah, we'll probably talk about after, not before the game. To have him with me. My daughter is also here, but she's not a big rugby fan. But she'll be at the game tomorrow. So sometimes she won't watch my game. She'll come to Durban and then she'll go plan a date with all her friends and not watch me. But he really loves the game and he loves to see me play. And I tell him sometimes, Daddy's body is sore. He's like, nope, you're fine. You can carry on playing, and he loves his team as well. He really loves his team, and I always like these are the people that like I see myself as a role model too. It's him, and it's my brother. It's my sister, and my daughter as well. So I always want to give my best. I always want to carry myself the right way, and I also want him to know it's possible for him. We totally grew up in a total different environment, but he knows like I want to try and teach him as much as I can. Like there are more things in life than just being a sportsman. There are people who are going through a lot, so I take him when we do some foundation works, so that he understands. So yeah, it's special to have him here and share this experience with him. And I tell him all the time that my dad never really watched me when I was young, so when I can go to his games too, it's really special. Yeah, see him when he's playing, like he always looking if I'm watching and stuff. So I'm so happy to have him here with me. I don't know. I don't know. It would have been great to be at home, but it's also it's like I actually wouldn't matter for me, because the people I'm feeling the people's love, I'm feeling the celebrations from home already, and that it's here. It's also like it's very special. France is a big rugby country. It's a big team, and it's a team that's achieved so much. And obviously, there's a history between the team, and there's a history for the South African team in France. So, yeah, I'm honored to be playing tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. All that's been happening on off the field and everything. It's exciting. It's exciting. The French have laid out a challenge, and it's time for us to accept and go and play tomorrow. And we've been there too before as a team when you really want to win a game so badly. We also want to win. So I'm really looking forward to a tough game tomorrow. It's not going to be easy at all. And so it doesn't matter where it would have happened for me. I'm still grateful that I'm able to wear the jersey for the 100th time tomorrow. I remember all of them. I think I was on the bench that day. I came off the bench, and it's always been strange. It's always been hard. It's like I say, it's tough to play against France in France. It's tough to play against most of the nations in their own country, and the way the people here get behind the team is really special, and you can see it's a rugby loving nation, and we're gonna have to be at our best tomorrow to win, and it's never been easy. Every time we've played it, it's always been close. So I don't expect anything different tomorrow, and I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. The whole atmosphere, the build up to the game, and whatever happens in the game too. We're ready. We feel prepared, and we can't wait to get on the field.
It means a lot if it comes from an aspect of the game. He knows his rugby very well, and for him to give us that compliment, well, it's a nice one. But once again, from our side, we don't talk much about that. I think the main thing for us tomorrow is what's going to happen tomorrow. So again, we know France, they're up. They've spoke already about talking about the revenge during the week, and for us, every game like we play, we always want to make sure that we represent our people back at home, and we know everyone will be watching and supporting us. Yeah, we'll do everything in our powers, and the funny thing is that I read something where they said we stole the World Cup from them, and it's funny that you don't steal something if you don't have it. So the comment they've made during the week, but again, we understand they're playing at home. They want to make their people proud. They want to represent their people. So we've got respect on that. But again, for us as a team, the key thing is tomorrow. We'll make sure that we pitch up tomorrow, like Siya touched on it already, that we'll probably have to be at our best, to to beat France, world-class team, very dangerous players in their back line. When you give them opportunities, they'll punish you. But otherwise, the compliment from the coach, we really appreciate it.
No, I think coach said it all, and I don't think he's trying. You can't take pressure away from the game. Doesn't matter what he says, the pressure will still be there, and they will feel the pressure whether he says that or not, because it is a big game, and they've spoken a lot about what this game means. So that's out there. You can't take that back. Nothing can do that. And we also know we just have to go and play. We're playing away from home. We know what we need to do. They're the one that have to impress the crowd. They have to keep the crowd going. We don't have to do that. We just have to go do and play the rugby that we know. So there's so much that's been said. But for us, we just want to go and play rugby because that's all we came here to do and that's all we can do. So all the other stuff we can't control.
They must also not forget about Marili. He's still there. He might come in later on in the game. He might made a massive impact. But once again, I think as a coach who works close with both of them, with Sasha, as a youngster, grabbing his opportunity, and you can see the way even he's playing with confidence, That's something that we enjoy in seeing in him. And we know one thing for sure, he's still young, he's going to make mistakes, And the occasion, and when you play it here in France, it's just something different. The crowd, they also become part of the game in a sense of how they make the noise and support their team and whistling, and we expect the same. But I think the focus for us is just to make sure that as a team we keep getting better. Siya and them, the guys that are around Sasha, they are there to support him. But one thing that we enjoy about him, we like the way he takes control in the game at that age. Playing at 10, and then giving us directions, and we've got full confidence in him. But once again, like I said to you, now and then he will make mistakes. He's young, he's still gonna grow. You see, the key thing is that us as people around him. If you look at the team that we've got, you've got Damon De Allende, who's been around, who also helps him next to him when it comes to communication. You've got Jesse, one of the experienced center partnership around him, Cobas on the inside. So I think we've got a good support also. I don't think the focus should always be just him as an individual. I think as a team, I think we've got a good balance there. So I'm excited and looking forward to see what he can do also, yeah.
No, I got some messages from some Coach Rito at the Stormers, and people who've never seen it before. It was done, and I gotta give the compliments to Coach Rassi, for being able to do it. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all. I'm sure. I don't know how it was for him to make that decision, how difficult it was, but it was hard. It was really hard, and a lot of people had many things to say about it. And I'm fortunate to have the people I have around me in my life, the people that were there at the time, and Coach Stick and everybody who knows me, who just kept me to being the seer that I am. That's all Coach Rassi told me. I don't want you to be any different. I just want you to be the person that you are. And I didn't know what it meant at the time. And now I know, like, to many people that weren't allowed to wear the jersey before, kids before when could never dream of this opportunity. A majority of South Africa couldn't even think of being the Springbok captain. And it's one of the things that I carry with me every single time, because I now I know the kids can, they can dream with that, and they know that it's possible. And it's not just because I look like this, but I'm talking about people from black, white, colored, or Indian. Because of where I come from, the circumstances that we come from, it's not only black people that go through that. It's not only, unfortunately, disadvantages doesn't choose. I just want kids to know that it is possible. They can look, and there's many reference points. There's many people who come from this, not just in this team, and many people in South Africa, And I think that is the ultimate, that if you just give the kid just that they know it is possible, whatever they're facing at that time, they know, okay, you know what, it looks like this right now, but I can still dream about that. Where my mindset in the township, coach, you can say, it's all about surviving. Can I get through today? Am I going to get a meal today? But now these kids can start dreaming already, even though they don't have, a lot in front of them. And that's what matters. And that's my biggest dream, that people right now, when they talk about my story and they talk about what's happening, they go away from the Siya that was hungry and all that. I want to be able to change people's mindset right now. Instead of being serving survival mindset, they must start dreaming this is possible. And it is my duty, it's my responsibility with the platform that I have to go back and bring resources to the community to make life a little bit easier. And that's why I will fight to play and be here for as long as I can, because I know the opportunity that it creates and I know what it does to so many people in South Africa, not just black, many people who struggle in our country. They look at us and say, you know what, he did it, I can also do it. And that's all I can do. Try and do that to the best of my ability.